What's up, Bladers? Welcome to Metal Top Sync. Today we have got some metal fight content at long last, as we're going to be going over the awesome Summit Stadium from BeysandBricks. If you do not know what this stadium is, this is the BB-10 stadium, but this is not made by Takara or even Hasbro or some random company. It is made by BeysandBricks themselves, and today we're going to be doing some battles in it, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts as we go along as to the quality of this stadium and some other random thoughts that I have while I do my battles. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Let's get straight into it. So let's... Alright. Oh, alright. Pretty interesting so far. I've always seen like the clear BB-10 in Beyblade Geek's old videos. I've always wanted one, and now after however many years, like over a decade, I've got my hands on one. Alright, let's do another one. Ooh. I always kind of liked how the shadows looked. Ooh, okay, so Leon's actually kind of holding its own right now. Oh, wow, it actually got Pegasus out. Interesting. Alright, so one thing I'm curious to see is how well the flower pattern works. Alright, we're going to try Quetzalcoatl. It's got the wide flat. Okay, so it looks like the ridges actually do work much better, because the ones on my old stadium just absolutely don't. Here we go. Here's my Storm Pegasus. So you can definitely oh my goodness. This thing is like sliding everywhere. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to get like a dedicated box for this one, because this stadium is like very loose on it. I think if it came with like some padding, or well, I guess you could just stick your own sticky pads on it, but if it came with like its own little stickers to use, I think that would be a big bonus. We're gonna do another launch with Storm. Okay, so it looks like Storm does go over the ridges somewhat, but let's try with the flower pattern. Okay, so still going over the ridges, but it doesn't look like it's able to really fly out of the stadium. We're going to do Storm Pegasus and Poison Zarafa. Now, Poison Zarafa is a terrible defense type because they gave it the Poison Fusion Wheel. It's also a metal ball, which has really bad friction, and so that's still an issue. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this thing just gets knocked everywhere. Although Storm Pegasus is not the greatest attack type, so I guess it kind of evens out. Alright, not terrible. It could be worse. It could be worse. Oh goodness. Man, look at Zarafa just get destroyed. Absolutely terrible. We're gonna do another one. I wanna see if we can get Zarafa to get knocked out. Alright, a lot more aggressive. It looks like Pegasus is still like flying out of the stadium. I guess that's just a flaw with the BB-10 in general, where you have Beyblades that will just kind of like zip out, which really sucks. Let's try Earth Virgo. We're gonna do a stamina battle actually. Let's do something a little tamer. We're also gonna try a 3-player. You know what? Actually, let's do that. We'll do a three-player battle. You're gonna do Virgo, Pisces, and Libra. See how well a 3-player battle works. Which actually kind of alright. Pisces is out now. And now it's just down to Libra and Virgo. So the stadium does move around quite a bit in this box. Although, you know, I'm sure people have way better boxes with like probably actual like grip tape and whatnot on it to prevent the stadiums from moving around. I should probably do that to my stadium, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Add like a few strips of grip tape on it or something, or like sandpaper tape, if that's even a thing. But it looks like there's a fair bit more like grip in this stadium compared to my other BB-10, which is very slick. It's very smooth. I don't know if that's a product of dust getting into it after however long, but it's bad in terms of actual grip, and it looks like Libra's gonna win. Not really a surprise here. Let's do a more attack-oriented battle. We're gonna do Bull and Capricorn. I'm actually using my Metal Fight, or my pre-hybrid Beyblades, for once. I haven't really done... Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like Capricorn is kind of going over the ridge there a little bit. So the ridge is definitely decent on this, but it's not... I don't know, maybe I'm just too picky about how I like my ridges on my BB-10s. But at the end of the day, you've got like the main dish and then there's the outer edge here. And the thing I've always hated about this stadium is how small the outer edge is. I wish that had always been a little bit bigger. I think that would have made it a bit better, but that's just my opinion. And that's also why I like the square type stadium much better. And actually, I kind of hope that we get like a square type stadium from BeysandBricks. I think that'd be cool because they're really neat. They've got like a large outer edge and a central dish. No ridge though, which I don't know if a ridge would make it better or worse, but I think if we got like a repro of this quality, because this is a great quality stadium for Metal Fight. I'm really loving this stadium. I'm also surprised that Bull is actually just kind of staying complacent in the center there. But I would love to see BeysandBricks do a square type repro. That would be so cool. Because that stadium is hard to find and pretty expensive for an actual base stadium. And this base stadium right here, this is $20 on BeysandBricks, and they've got discounts for bulk purchasing. So this is, if you want a BB-10, go to BeysandBricks and get this, because this thing is insane. I will 100% stand by this. I'm pretty sure the community is mostly the same on this one for Metal Fight, but you know, I stand by. I completely stand by this too. Great. All right, we're gonna do a Drago battle, and of course, that's the thing with Pegasus and El Drago. They will never have a decent battle in the BB-10 because they will hit and usually fly out on first contact, which is quite a bummer. And that's not sticking to my launcher. Come on. All right, there we go. We got Pegasus, and then El Drago, and El Drago is out. You know, we're gonna throw in Gemios with El Drago and see how that goes. Oops. There we go. This should be a good battle. We can get El Drago on the launcher there. Ooh, interesting. I'm definitely loving this stadium quite a bit. This is a really cool. This is a fun stadium. I like how it plays. I like how it plays. We're gonna do Libra and Aries. One-sided battle, but should be fun. Oh my goodness, I can feel the weight difference in launching these two. And you can see Aries just like flying out to the center of the stadium. I don't know why they made the defense line of tips the way that they did, because they're like the least defensive things in the entire... they're used for stamina more than they are for defense, which I think is funny. But it's also a little pathetic. In some regards, at least. Okay, I think that's... Oh, and it's already lost. Wow, I didn't even notice. Crazy. Alright, we're gonna do Wolf and Aquario. Oh, wow. Dang. So that's Wolf. And Wolf's a balance type. Oh, look at that scrape. You really need to put it on something like higher. Or maybe an attack Wolf would be a little better, because this thing has crazy recoil. Like, they called this a balance type, and they put it on ball. I don't know. I think this should have been an attack type. Although they did make it an attack type with like the booster that they did. They put on 105F. Just like Aquario, and there we go. And that's always my biggest issue with this stadium, is that sometimes when you're playing alone, you just get launches like that, where they both fly out at the same time. This is a pretty good battle right here. Although, I think Wolf is probably going to fly out if it doesn't stall long enough. Or it might just get knocked senseless by Aquario, which it seems to be. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, nasty, nasty. Lovely. Alright, Scorpio and Sagittario. We'll do those. Beyblades no one cares about. Although Sagittario is much better as an attack. Beyblade. Rather than stamina. Scorpio, though, I don't know. Scorpio's kind of weird. Oh, wow. Scorpio actually managed to win. That's surprising. Although, I don't know. Scorpio's an interesting Beyblade. Let's see how it does in terms of defense, which probably won't be good. Use Pegasus again, 'cause I love pre-hybrid Pegasus. Ooh, although if Pegasus keeps stalling, it might not... Wow. Is Scorpio actually goated? Hold on, is Scorpio actually goated? Wait, let's... This is less about the Summit Stadium now and more about Scorpio's goatedness. Alright, let's get Capricorn in there, although Capricorn's probably not going to hit it like this. I'll throw an Aquario, or not, I'll fail. Throw Aquario in, and Aquario just gets knocked out. And Scorpio is still, like, hanging on. Maybe it's better than people give it credit for. We'll have to do that as a video. Let me know if you guys want to see more Metal Fight content now that I've got this stadium. There is going to be a board game stream again this Saturday. I'm going to see how many Baytubers I can get on board with that. So it's going to be a fun. We're going to get a bunch of... Oh my god, Scorpio wins! We're going to get some people on. We're going to battle. This stadium's going to be there. If you haven't seen my board game streams, go check them out. It's hard for me to read comments though on it, so the interaction there with me is a little bit difficult, but it's more or less like a view event than an interactive event. Yeah, I think there's not really much else I got to say about this stadium. It's really good. It is a really, really good stadium for what it is. Oh my goodness, we're gonna launch it again. Yeah, really, really nice stadium. Very quality, too. Like, it's... I would say that this is maybe on par or slightly better than you know, the BB-10s or the original ones. Like, this thing is super solid. Now, granted, we'll see how well it does in the long term. But, I mean, considering that I don't really actually play with my Beyblades unless I'm recording or streaming... I think I'll definitely be having this stadium for, like, probably the rest of my career on this platform, if I'm being completely honest. This thing is absolutely a blast. Now, if I had a square type, I think that would probably seal the deal for me, but honestly, with this, just this alone, this is fantastic. So, once again, go check out BeysandBricks and give them some love. Buy this stadium, because it's absolutely awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for so we'll head into the closing statements now, or maybe actually I'll let you we'll finish this battle and then we'll head off to the closing statements. Oh, look at that, man. Virgo is awesome. Too bad it's expensive, but hey, now at least the BB-10 is not expensive anymore thanks to BeysandBricks. So there you have it. This stadium is absolutely awesome. The Summit Stadium is a fantastic replacement repro for the BB-10. If you want to get into Metal Fight Beyblade, or you already are and you need a new stadium, I would highly, highly recommend getting this one for your collection. It is absolutely stellar. And as much as I love this stadium, I think it would also be super sweet. Maybe BeysandBricks, if you guys want to. I would love to see a BB-33 wide square type stadium. That would be super sick. I don't think anyone has ever done a repro of that stadium, and the original ones are super hard to find and super expensive nowadays. It's a staple stadium. I would argue that it's a very cultural stadium for Metal Fight, as Beyblade Geeks had their signature design Geek Stadium that they use a lot back in their Metal Fight early days. I think it's a lot of people who were into Beyblade Geeks around that time can agree with me that that's a very iconic stadium for them and for Metal Fight in general. It's one that I've had personal experience within, and I think it is one of the best playing stadiums. Just kind of throwing it out there, I would love to see a square type repro come around, because Lord knows I want to get my hands on square type in whatever shape or form it comes in. As for the Summit Stadium, once again, fantastic. So go on to BeysandBricks, grab one. They're super cheap. They're like 20 bucks. One thing before we finish off, I have a Patreon now. It is $1 a month. You get access to an exclusive Discord server, and you get your name in every video. So that's an optional way to help support the Beyblade content that I make on the internet. So check that out. Check out the Summit Stadium at BeysandBricks. I'll leave a link in the description for that and the Patreon. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't be a stinker, and have a great day.